Yeah.
Oh man, he's putting the devil himself on, man.
Footwork.
Footwork.
What's going on,
That's Big Dante.
Crazy legs?
What's going on?
Good to have you on the show.
I can hear Nick.
How did it feel? How did it feel beating a kid and making him cry? Admitted it felt good.
No, technically,
That was Noel that made him cry.
yeah.
Oh, see, motherfuckers just pointing fingers. Ah.
Yeah. Once I beat him, he had said he wanted to money match me for 40, and actually K Brad was supposed to play him, but so Noel decided to take the rest of his bread.
Yeah, the thing is though is that y'all didn't pressure him to money match you. He made the offer, and y'all just take the offer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you lose.
Come on, B, what's going on, man?
Yo, my man. Yo, real talk, son. I was at UmaCon and I saw that shit. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we get you.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw that shit the whole time. I thought it was an actual corn in the middle, right? It's a fucking bullet.
Yeah, it's a bullet, yeah.
It's an AK. It's an AK slug.
Yeah, it's an AK slug.
Yo, I thought when you guys did that video, I thought that shit was staged.
No, it wasn't
I'm like,
staged.
yo, I said, there's 20 black guys against this nerdy white guy who probably walked up there. He probably was like, I don't have to take nothing from these people. I'm going to whoop his ass. And he wound up getting screwed. I'm like, yo, they set this up. And then when the motherfucker said his name is Brian, Andy was crying. I was like, come on, man, motherfucking rhyme.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, shit crazy. Right now I'm over here getting bodied by this cheap ass zero, man. Cheap ass JDM zero shit.
JDM, yo, what he know about Hondas, man? But go ahead though. JDM. But yo,
up and coming.
So footwork. What do you when you head into New York, man?
I will be there. When do I leave? I leave Thursday night. Get there 11:15. I get there at 11:15. Right now, he's supposed to be housing me, but right now, he on his Illuminati shit. Okay.
I got to find Crying Brian. What was his name? His tag?
Nova Sonic Run. Yes, be nice. I'll be in there Friday, you know what I'm saying? So whoever got the casuals, I'm trying to get straight to it. If I'm not playing, So
All right. Yeah, Friday, man. I gotta be at the store, man. But I'm gonna leave at 9, but I gotta be there like 5 in the morning to like 9 at night. But I mean, if anything, yo, you can come by. You know what I'm saying? I'm the manager. Go to Town Square Champs, yo. Holla at me, yo. I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Just
saying?
come by. Say what's up.
I want y'all niggas to show me mad love out there. You know what I'm saying? That's my first time in NY. So I wanna enjoy it.
Yo, and
We can all make you enjoy it. It just depends on how much you want to enjoy it.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? While I'm out there, I wanna play some old school Mortal Kombat too. I wanna play some UMK3. I need that in my life.
Yeah, I saw you play a little bit, man. You definitely got skills, B. I'm gonna give you mad respect. You got skills in that shit, dude.
Yeah, I need that in my life, man. That's my first competitive fighter. That's how I got into competitive fighters.
That's what's up.
Everybody be like, because my tag is Lil Hustler Chris 92 in the MK world, and everybody be like, oh, what? He was born in 92? Isn't that when the fucking game came out? So they be like, he kind of good. So.
Well, they're gonna have it at NEC also again. They're gonna be running it.
Oh yeah, I'm entering.
They're actually doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and trilogy, and then they're talking about doing one of the 3Ds as well.
Okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna just enter UMK3. I might enter 2. I can play a little bit of 2. You know what I'm saying?
You played keyboard though, didn't you?
Yeah, I played keyboard.
I remember you from last time.
Yeah, I was over there in the corner bodying fools for like hours in the corner in casuals.
And then you
I
got
don't know. I don't know.
summoning shock. Those guys, they live, breathe that game still.
Yeah,
Portal the
man.
white
Yeah, yeah.
guy. I don't think. Nah, Eli Joe ain't never met me, man. His human smoke is pretty good. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? But I got a sick Ermac. You know what I'm saying? And I also play human smoke. So
Oh shit.
you know what I mean.
Damn, I feel left out of shit. Like, what's going on? I want to play.
See, you gotta get back in, man. You gotta come in.
I,
You gotta be in
I,
it to win it.
Hey, real talk. Hey, Yipes, real talk. UMK3 is like the old school Marvel. This shit is so fast paced, man. Oh my god, this shit is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
nah, I see it now. Like I was telling James earlier, man, all the old tournaments and shit would have had UMK. You know what I mean? I used to go and watch that shit, man.
Crazy Dominican,
Winter
man.
Wars is guy like all the dudes that y'all know, like No Doubt, Winter Wars, Ares, all them niggas. I've been playing them niggas for years. Like I started a little late on the emulator, but I've been playing Ultimate for like maybe 5 years now. Whatever. I've been playing them niggas online for a long time. So all those dudes I already know. Like Rio probably had like the best ball around that time when we played. I know all those dudes.
Let me do this. Rolando, you with us?
who?
Rolando.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's up,
Yo.
man? I got Rolando here, the organizer
What's
of
going on,
VXG.
fellas?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, homie?
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm just calling you out here from St. Martin. Thanks again for having me on, James. I told you guys, I told some people on Twitter, I told you earlier this weekend that I have a couple of announcements I wanted to make, especially for the Mortal Kombat community. It's first exclusive right here on your show, because you're the first people we're telling this to. First of all, I think everyone kind of expected this one, but Mortal Kombat has decided in a board meeting this week that Mortal Kombat will be a part of the lineup for VXG 2013. So you can count on it being a part of VXG 2013 next year. We're announcing this regardless of who else is going to do the game or who's dropping it or who's playing it or whatever. We've decided that, we're going to have Mortal Kombat in. We like what we saw this year for Mortal Kombat. And, last time on the show, I kind of hinted to people, we wanted to see what would happen at MLG, the enthusiasm of the gamers, how many people signed up, and you guys came out in full force. I had very good reports from our boy Gross, who was over there, and some other of our friends who were there as well. And they told us, MK community is still hyped, they're thriving. And based on all of this put together, we kind of looked at it and said, Mortal Kombat is going to be in. So that's number one.
With that, let me let me ask this quick question. Just, I don't know if you can answer it yet. Payout up to top what?
Payout is definitely going to be up to top 16. We haven't determined the prizes yet.
So
The exact prize
all
for
these
that,
MK guys, let me just get this. Let me just cut you off 1 second. All you MK guys out there, he did say top 16 is getting paid out.
That's a guy like.
Top 16 payout with $100.
That's a guy like
Just
that.
make sure that it's worth it for everyone. Exactly what the total payout is going to be, we're still working that out. That's what I've been very busy with this week. And it's been very up and down for me the last week. I've been extremely busy trying to get a lot of these things in, but we're trying to formulate before the end of the first week of December. Our list of in for everyone else, and kind of get it there. It looks like VXG is going to have 7 fighting games, not including Smash and or PlayStation Stars. Excluding those 2 games, we're looking at 7 other titles.
I'm just going there.
Yes, you can't really ignore that game, but at the same time, who's women?
Women in video games.
I was in LA a couple weeks ago. I was in LA. I was in LA the other day, and I was thinking about myself from Kendrick Lamar. Women, weed, and weather. But if any place has something to do with that, I think it's the Caribbean more than LA.
LA's fake ass people. East Coast is where it's at.
I had a good time in LA. Oh, I gotta definitely shout out. I mean, I had a nice long trip. I was pretty much missing St. Martin by the time my trip was over, but I had a really great time. In Detroit with the guys from C.O.R.N. Those guys were an absolute blast. Like they, I'll be honest, and I told this to Andre when I went back to New York. I told it to the guys at the Empire, and I told them, the most memorable thing I took away from UConn and Detroit was C.O.R.N. Like by far, like they made that event. I would even say kind of safe, because not that many people might have shown up to the event and everything, but what really brought the hype and the interest and the crowd and everything was really C.O.R.N. Those guys, yo, that was unbelievable. You guys really were so entertaining, so much fun. The way you guys were playing well, and I mean, it was awesome. You guys were the best when it comes to Detroit and UMaCon.
Yeah, man. We try to.
But other than that,
no, I was just saying, be with the sign, but no, we try to keep it hype. You know what I'm saying? That's our whole thing. Everybody hating on us. And shout outs to Yipes for trying to give us some good name clear on his stream. You know what I'm saying? He won't talk bad about us on his stream or anywhere at that. You know what I'm saying? So all we try to do is we get hype. The fighting game community now, they a lot of them are girls. Like, I
tell me about it, bro. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? The fighting game community is they pussies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tweeted, like, you know what I'm saying, we bring it back to Marvel 2 days. You know what I'm saying? We getting loud, we getting in your face. If you feel some type of way, money match or shut the fuck up or first one in the parking lot. Shirts coming soon. Shirts coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So, but real talk, it's not even about it. We really want to bring the hype. Get everybody, going with Yipes up there playing. We going crazy. If Justin up there playing a random bum, we going crazy. We up there playing. If B-Nice was up there playing, we going crazy.
We had the Tekken finals hype.
We had the Tekken finals hype. You know what I'm saying? We going crazy. You know what I'm saying? We just it's like golf. It's like golf now. I feel like you got your little Noel pop offs. You got your little this. You got your little that. Other than that, it's quiet. It's golf class. All you hear is.
I mean that's no offense to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I love my West Coast players. I love my West Coast peoples. Like West Coast. Well, NorCal has been getting hype as of late. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that, it's like I don't feel the energy as the C.O.R.N. or especially the East Coast and especially the Southeast in particular. I'm talking about final round because I'm gonna let ATL dudes.
ATL gets
them ATL dudes, man. Especially in Tekken, yo, bro, they know how to get hype. They know how to get hype. I love West Coast.
Yeah.
They the most.
Hey nigga, ATL get hype in Tekken in ATL. Nigga, we everywhere, boy. Everywhere, boy. Everywhere, nigga.
ATL gonna be at NEC though. Hey,
we get hype in Detroit. We get hype in Jersey, Philly.
It don't matter.
Ohio,
if ATL gonna be at NEC, if C.O.R.N. is there, they're not gonna be louder than us.
And nigga, we're hype everywhere we go, nigga, and we travel.
Hey yo, is all cats coming?
2 of us, 3 of us, 1 of us.
Ah man,
Nigga, we
Yipes. All cats ain't gonna be able to. Yeah, we real talk, like on some real 100 shit. Like a lot of us, you know what I'm saying. It's a reason why it's cold in the D. It's hard for a lot of us out here. You know what I'm saying. So he can't make it out. You know what I'm saying. I wish he could.
Okay.
He ain't gonna be able to make it out.
It's all good. It's all good though.
Yeah. The one thing is with C.O.R.N. is, you know what I'm saying, they're true, and I love people that are just true to themselves. They ain't down with that fake shit or anything like that. Like my man Yipes, he's been true since I first met him like 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's been true, they get the most respect. People here want to be all fake now, because they got a little bit of celeb status on them. They're gonna be a little fake. But like I won't look at y'all in that way. I won't look at y'all like, man, you know what? He real cool guy. Like, but my mom gonna be like, yeah, you fake as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do your thing. But y'all guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all was to need something, if y'all really needed something, and y'all was to ask me, I would have been like, I got y'all, cause you know what I'm saying, y'all cool. Y'all keep it 100. Yeah. And another thing too is, thing with the Triforce. people look at Triforce in a bad way, but Triforce is, you know what I'm saying? Triforce, he keep it real at to an extent. He keep it real to an extent, and that's why I still have I still have a good amount of respect for him because he does what he has to do, to make a living. And the thing is though, if people are knocking on him for camping out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect him more for that camp out because look, I'm a sneaker collector, son. I camp out mad times. I camped out for Yeezy ones. Shit, I camped out for 5 days for Yeezy ones, and I didn't even get my pair because they wanted to do a raffle. Yeah, I got mad, yeah, but the whole point is though, like, fuck it, man. It is what it is, and I'm just that dedicated. If you're that dedicated and you want something, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say about that.
And C.O.R.N gonna keep it real. We real raw, real uncut. There's nothing fake about it. It's gonna be the realest about anything. We not gonna hold our tongue. You know what I'm saying? If we don't like you, then we don't like you. If you cool with us, you cool with us. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make sure that you're good. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I respect. Yipes, D Nice, a lot of little NY cats that mess with us. We got people everywhere. As long as you love us, we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna keep.
Yeah, you actually have a very. What I noticed too, I think, and if people look at some of the C.O.R.N videos, you actually have some very underrated commentators as well. Like me and Andre, Bifuteki, one of the streamers, we were laughing our ass off so much the other day watching some of the videos of you guys commentating and stuff, and it's like, oh damn, some commentary too. I know one of you guys from C.O.R.N was doing. There's the link right there. You guys check that video out. It's hilarious. From C.O.R.N and. One of you guys was actually doing some commentary on Mortal Kombat and some of the games, and he was doing a really, really good job. So it's like, it's not only you have to hype, but if you guys can get some presence on streams and more streamers actually give you guys the opportunity to commentate, you would even get even more out there.
Yeah, that's that Westside Wesker. That's what we call over here in D. When you got Wesker, all you got is X Factor, Wesker, and Mob. So we call them X Factor Level 3 Wesker Mob. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got. Yo,
I did your birthday, nigga.
First off, Ronaldo, were you the guy that was riding that bike in that video, in that trailer last year?
That was me, yeah.
Oh, props,
that's
yo.
Me.
Like, that was real props, man. Honestly, that trailer was mad cool, man. I wish it wasn't that short notice that, we did it the week after Evo and all that. But I mean, that was really that drew me. I was like, yo, real talk. This is the place where I needed to be, man. That was the place I needed to be. You know what I'm saying? Not only with games, is like you got outside activities. You got a casino. Yeah, I got a casino, right? Yeah, I got a
Mr. Alex Valle, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I got cut off.
The only guy that's closer to me in my age than anybody else in the community.
He's the only nigga that's closer to me in age than anybody else in the community.
What's good, guys?
What's up, man?
What's up, Alex?
Yo, man. Oh,
Uncle Valle.
Continue what you were gonna say, and then I'll bring up a topic or something.
Nah, I would just acknowledging him and respecting him for that trailer. You know what I mean? Because that's the type of trailer that drew me in and got me really interested. Not only with games, it's like the outside activities, like they got the clubbing scene and everything.
Right now, we're putting together a new trailer that's going to be very interesting. One of the things that we're doing at DarKNaTaS next year is something that hasn't really been done before. Is that we're going to have some exhibition money matches in a casino. So we're actually busy filming a trailer in Casino Royale right now. One of the most prestigious casinos in the Caribbean that's here. That's where we're actually having one of the events. So look out for that. Trust me. You think the bike trailer was hot? Like, this is going to be on some James Bond shit.
Oh shit! I can't wait, man. Definitely, man. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. You got another player, man. Me and my girl, we're gonna have fun. And yeah, we
nice girl, man. Angelina, man. Shout out, man. That's my bad, D-Nice, but that's my little boo, you know what I'm saying? That's my little boo, you know? I'm gonna take her off your hands. Yeah.
We're gonna have to go. Hey, I'll fight for my girl, though. I'll die for my girl, bro.
I don't know. My swag is a little bit, you know.
Oh man, do I have to outshow you, man? Do I have to outshow you?
D-Nice is a swag monster.
Yeah, listen, man. Look, I this how I started the swag monster movement. I ended the swag monster movement. Come on, man. I ended it. Nah, but yo, but no, she
In terms of NEC, like getting back to that a little bit, is there a thread right now? Like, what is it looking like? What's the number like? Like, what? I know these guys talk about 500 hotel rooms have been sold. I know this tournament's going to be huge.
All right, Rolando, let me, because I'm one of the staff. I'm actually one of the staffs for NEC. I'm one of the head staff as far as that goes. And that's actually why I was here anyway. I was here to talk about NEC, man. I just got thrown off by some other topics. But all right, let's talk about NEC. All right, NEC is the second longest running event. The second, right behind I don't know. Or it's been around for 13 years now. So, and it all started. And the thing is, it all started from the University Pinball Arcade. You know, Eric was actually working there as an employee, and he had an event. You know what I'm saying? It grew to the point that, you know what I'm saying, it was actually one of the very few events that had international players. You know, they had Ino. I don't know if you know who Ino is. Ino was a legend.
Eno, yeah.
Eno, my bad. Eno, my bad. Yeah, Eno was a legend, you know what I'm saying? He came all the way from Japan to go to NEC, you know what I'm saying? So it just grew, and then it went to the hotels, and you know what the cool thing about this is, you know what I'm saying? He had no sponsorships, you know what I'm saying? He just got a bunch of people, and then just pay their own money, and then just hook it up, just so the players can have fun and enjoy the one good weekend a year, you know? So he's keeping it that way. He always looks out for the players, no matter how you look at it. He doesn't believe in like just online registrations only. You know, there are those that are unfortunate to have internet or let alone like an account, a credit card, you know what I'm saying? So he allows people to pay in person. And so what I'm saying, he does walk-ups. And the good thing is, it's always done on time. It's always done on time. No matter how you look at it, it's always done on time. And he has two main events outside of NEC. He has Winter Brawl and he has Summer Jam. And those are like just the warm-ups for NEC, because NEC is like his grand marquee. It's like his WrestleMania for the Northeast. He last year the numbers was about almost 1,000. I think it was about 1,000 people.
Damn.
And the thing is with that venue, it's split apart. It was four different rooms. You had the MK room. You got the arcade cabinet room. You had the anime room.
Kind of set up.
You know, he had different rooms in that hotel. But this year, the venue is really big, dude. It's about it should hold up about.
Talking about the way how NEC is set up, like out of room.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about. Yeah, like the way how they set up the NEC venue it could hold up about 950 people in there, and then it has another room too. So it's like the hallway is specifically for NEC. So that way, it'll be a lot more convenient for those that are playing different games. Like you got Chris, he playing every single game. You know, he can probably have all the games in one room, and that way we can call him, and he can be in the room, so that way we don't have to wait on him. Understand what I'm saying? So this year is looking really big, man. You got people from Canada, you got people on the West Coast, you got the South coming up, man. You got the Midwest coming. I mean, like the NEC is that tournament, one of the major tournaments to go to before the end of the year. You got that room. I mean, you got NEC and then you got SCR. So, you know, like for the East Coast, people come to NEC, and then like for the West Coast oriented area, you got the ACR. So that's where you're gonna top it off at, man. And I wish Big E could be on.
You can actually add one new region to your list, because this year I'm coming up myself as well as another gamer from St. Martin. You also have a Puerto Rico that's coming. I know you guys had PR out there before, but we have another Puerto Rican guy that's coming. His name is, he's known as Mono. He's coming in from Puerto Rico. I just confirmed with him a while ago. And we're also getting Gross, DR Gross, well-known Mortal Kombat player, is also going to be there. So we're trying to have a little bit of a nice Caribbean presence there too, to experience this great event. But
all right, man. Yo, I appreciate it, dude. And I'll tell you this, man. Like, unfortunately, Big E would not have the reason is tradition. Like, we had like a little cookout in the room, and unfortunately, Big E said he need to really focus on the players this year. so it
Yeah.
won't happen. However, might be some drinks in the room, and he definitely will take you to He'll definitely will take you, inside, have a little chit chat. Probably you can talk his way to get into the video S game. Because Big E is just another guy. He likes to travel and he likes to have fun and he likes gambling. So I think video S game will be perfect for E. So
I could tell you this one thing. I mean, I'll be very frank with you guys. I've been talking to Big E. We're trying to work something out. What I personally want, don't want to put you guys on the spot, but I definitely want to try and see if we can give away to one of the Mortal Kombat winners at NEC the qualifying spot to get that person here at that's something we try to do. We'll make sure to get it out there, get the news out there as soon as possible. But I think all MK9 players, if you're an MK9 player, East Coast, West Coast, no matter what, I think NEC is going to be a hot one. From what I've been hearing, I've been talking to a lot of the Mortal Kombat players, and I think people are even giving this more attention, dare I say, than MLG Dallas. Like the hype around the Mortal Kombat scene for NEC is pretty high, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's definitely it's growing more. It's the end of the year, and people realize that. And between Evo and MLG and all the
What's going on, Bifuteki?
Nobody knows what direction it's going to take. So, I mean, we pretty much said to ourselves, like, let's make this the best. It's the last one for the year. So it should, like I said, it should top over 100 players.
Right. Well, we're looking forward to that. It would be awesome if we get to make this a qualifier spot and get that out there and even give Mortal Kombat players even more incentive that, not only do you win this great tournament, but winning gets you a free trip to video games next year, especially now that we just announced here today again, Mortal Kombat is in VXG next year. Top 16 payout, we're going to announce it really soon, but it's going to be very much worth it. And on top of that, we're going to have qualifiers. So if we do that, we have one for this tournament, and we continue to do that, you can look for some good Mortal Kombat action at VXG next year.
That's definitely good.
That's what's up, man. That's
I am glad that I won some Yumacon so I could get over there.
Damn, my bad, man. I guess my mic a little bit too strong over here. My bad.
Yipes and Justin are confirmed. They won the first qualifying Yumacon, so hopefully with NEC being the next qualifier, and then there's Apex and a few others. You also, Alex Valle is also giving away at Wednesday night fights and Thursday run back. He has some qualifier spots given out as well. So, it's going to be interesting. But I mean, definitely, after experiencing Yumacon, it being in LA, going to Wednesday night fights, and this was my first time getting the opportunity to travel to these events since coming into this new venture as a tourism representative from my island. It was very fun. It was very cool, and I kind of experienced for myself why it's, why so many of us will put so much effort, will save money, will hustle, will do whatever we can to make it up to these tournaments, because it comes to the point where it doesn't really matter as much about winning anymore. It's really being there and being around your peers, and doing everything else that there is, getting away from your life and going to these tournaments is one hell of an experience. It's a lot of fun. It's, you get...
Hello?
Yep.
Hello.
That's that C.O.R.N internet.
Wow, I got, you know what it is? I got like 5
a little
videos.
excited.
Third world problems. Third world problems.
That's that C.O.R.N internet, yo.
Yeah, Alex, what's up, man?
Hey guys.
We all forgot he was on, right?
Just a couple of things to touch on. When I was listening to the show, and I talk about it, like, why does it seem there's so much segregation within our own? Like the Capcom guys, the Marvel Street Fighter guys on one side, Mortal Kombat guys on the other side, the Persona, whatever. Well, you gotta understand that Street Fighter was everybody's first game, and a lot of people grew with it. And then as soon as the other came out, they found out that there's other things more interesting in their opinion. But the community kind of it took a long time for the other communities to grow, while Street Fighter got all the limelight throughout the years. So the first time I kind of noticed this huge segregation is when I first started Wednesday night, because generation is like.
Hold on. Rolando, when you're typing, it's coming across the thing and it's cutting him out.
I'm sorry.
That's no problem.
Yeah, it's like really loud.
Sorry, but I'll mute my mic. You go ahead.
All right. Again, I was saying is, you know, it sucks to say too. Like the new non-Street Fighter games, non-Marvel games, there's nobody really to look up to yet. You know, like Cdjr and all those great guys and Perfect Legend are like the stars of MK, right? But you gotta imagine, like, you gotta just, it sucks. You gotta erase what happened in the 90s and the early 2000s because they have to start fresh. You know, and they gotta continue when they gotta be the new Justin Wongs and the Yipes and all the other good guys that have been around and won so many events. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It sucks. It's like every game has to start over except Street Fighter in the HD world. It just does. Because again, when I was like starting Wednesday Night Fights and I opened every game to everybody, like try to make it into like an arcade. Just bring back the arcade flavor. You go in there and you just play any game, right? While you're waiting for your next, like say if you're a Street Fighter player but you lost, the next game over is Mortal Kombat, right? And you would play that anyway. And then the next game is Samurai Showdown. You had an appreciation for so many games at once. But today, they don't even give it the time of day. They don't even turn around. They just pick one game and that's it. You know, so it's going to take time to restart. It's like a reboot, unfortunately. You're like, I'm telling you, the next maybe a couple more years, then you're gonna have like the stronghold Mortal Kombat community be like, hey, dude, these are the guys that I'm looking up to every year now. You know, like that's like my Daigo of Mortal Kombat. You know, and all that other goodness. It's just the way it is. And then until when that happens, we can all come together. I guess, for lack of a better term, easier way to come together into forming something bigger.
I mean, do you think it'll unite through tournament, or do you think it'll unite through community? Because I mean, one or the other is going to be the one that eventually does that. You know, the communities, because the communities are fractured. Like I said, I don't see. You know, I mean, I can see some Street Fighter players coming over in dribs and drabs to like the MK rooms in tournaments, and I could see, you know, guys that don't normally play MK9 when it's a $10,000 pot prize, all of a sudden they're Street Fighter MK players, and vice versa. You know, a kid that's been playing MK since day one and never touched Street Fighter, you know, has a delusion of walking up, you know, and all of a sudden making top 8 with the best players in the world. Until that, either the tournament organizers as a whole kind of, I guess, work together. I mean, they do work together, and you know what? I'm not going to hit on any touchy subjects, but obviously, you know, we know there's MLG and there's Evo, and then there's, you know, there's SoCal and there's Big E, and everybody's kind of on the same page. But then, you know, I think the unity is going to have to come from the actual tournament organizers rather than the communities. You know, you notice like when you go to Big E's tournaments, you know, all of Capcom's games are shoved in a room. All the anime games are shoved in another room. All the Mortal Kombat games are shoved in another one, and all the Namcos are shoved in another. Do you think to give exposure, because let's be realistic, people don't walk 10 feet away from their game.
Do that.
You know, but if you were to mix, you know, maybe put more of a mix into it, where, you know, you walk into a room and there might be a Namco game, there might be, I don't know, Marvel Capcom 2 and an MK9. Do you think that could have a positive effect as far as nothing to do with the games as much as it does, you know, it's just like how me and Adonis met in Philly. You know, we just started bullshit. And I didn't know whether he played MK, Tekken, or Street Fighter,
Right.
but we hit it off because video games as a whole is what brought the community, you know, us together. And I think
Right.
that's what's eventually going to do the community.
Yeah, I was actually in there watching Footwork go at it in Ultimate. You know, he just so happened to be an Ultimate player. You know, besides being a Marvel 3 player. You know, that's just another game that he plays. You know, he tries to dabble with Tekken, and I encourage all the people, you know, that are with me in C.O.R.N, you know, to play, you know, a lot of games. You know, if they can, you know, even if you're a Tekken player, you know, dabble with Marvel, dabble with Tekken, my bad, Persona, you know, Mortal Kombat. So, you know, I definitely agree. You know, you can find me, you know, pretty much everywhere at every tournament. You know,
what you guys are talking about is the next breed of competitive gamer. You know, it's you don't have just one game specialists anymore. You have multi-game talented players, right? And those are the ones that are going to be winning the most money and the most fame out of everybody. Obviously, you know, like Justin's been doing it for years, but like, it's you know, playing one game is not going to cut it down the road anymore. It really isn't. Like you're going to be labeled as you know, Persona player, you're going to be labeled as playthrough player or MK or what have you. But wouldn't you be labeled as, like, you know, fucking universal fighting game champion?
Yeah, and that's I don't know, like certain, like people here at home, like you know, we talk about C.O.R.N at home. You know, C.O.R.N is pretty much a Street Fighter 4 player. You know, he's part of the New School Detroit, you know, fighting game players, whatever. And you know, a lot of the old school ones like myself, you know, we played like me, Video, and a lot of the older ones. Like people don't know that Video can play Tekken, just like they don't know Valle can play Tekken. You know, a lot of the older people from, you know, who started with the shit, you know, in the early 90s, we can play Mortal Kombat, Tekken, you know, Marvel, Street Fighter. You know, we don't, as long as it was out in the arcade, we at least touched it and learned it. And C.O.R.N, he's primarily Street Fighter, and I tell people, I'm like, you know, that's cool, you know, that he plays one game, but, you know, you do have to venture out and play other shit, you know, just to, you know, you can improve your fundamentals, you know, learning how to play Tekken, you know, then take it back to Street Fighter, and then, you know, you just be able to space a whole lot better, or you can play footsies a whole lot better, you know. And you know, I got a lot of flack from the little community here because, you know, they don't know shit. You know, a lot of them just started playing the 09. You know, they don't know nothing from anything, you know. But you know, I always encourage people, you know, to go out and play different shit. I mean, you don't have to be a master at it. You know, you don't have to try to play it to be, you know, Evo top 5 or some shit, but at least learn it, you know, and at least apply what you learn from different games to your own game, you know, or if you want to compete in those other games, and do it, you know.
Yeah, you know, we you know, back in the arcade, man, we played what we could. You know, if your game was broken at the arcade, what did you do? You didn't go home. You played that other game.
Yeah. Oh, you know? Exactly.
So today, it's just everybody can pick and choose what game they want to play and even play it online. They don't even have to go out anymore, which is sad, of course. But like,
yeah, it takes away from the whole social, the whole social aspect of gaming. That's what I tell people. You know, you got to come out and play. You know, online is good, but you know, it's like interacting with people and meeting different people. You know, that's a big part. That was a big part of the arcade scene. You know, a lot of my lifelong friends that I know, you know, even now, we met at the fucking arcade. You know, we watch each other get married and have kids and shit like that. And, you know, 12, 13, 14 years later, we met at the arcade, you know.
Yeah.
So,
but, you know, and not meaning to ramble on this topic too long, I wanted to actually talk about two, because I heard you guys talking about, like, the West Coast is cooling on why we aren't as hyped as the East Coast or the South, and I can explain a little bit about that, actually. You know, times have changed. Like during, I guess it was the Watson era, and slightly after that, we were a lot more hyped because it was so much pride, and we, you know, California was notorious for winning everything, like all the way up to probably early mid 2000s until like Justin pretty much took over.
Yep.
And then from then on, it's like all the new generations just like kind of just kept their mouth shut, dude, because they couldn't win. It's just they tried to get hype over so many years, but it just ended up the small Marvel 2 community that we had with Potter and Clock and those guys. You know, Third Strike community, it was hype in our area too because we still had the best players.
Right.
And then it just reality took over, and all the other regions stepped their shit up. You know, the South in Atlanta just raped the Tekken scene for so many years. You know,
You got Texas.
New York, East Coast raped Marvel like they still do. You know, it's like, you know, West Coast, all we could have was like Street Fighter, like the genuine Street Fighter games that we could still win at, but like everybody else pretty much got shut up. And I mean, we went down the road and respected all the winners and stuff, and then we just became friends too. Becoming friends kind of like kills the hype a bit, because once you know the enemy, it's kind of like, all right, you know, I've seen it, and you don't want to really like keep going at it anymore. And some still do, but it's not as big. But I mean, we calm down a lot, and we still do have some people that make noise, but not nearly enough. And I can vouch for that. You know, we go to our events, it's like we still have a lot of killers, and you know, some people are just kind of, I guess, complacent to where we are. But that was never really our thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. The thing is though, why I respect West Coast is because despite of all that, especially in Marvel, like they still godlike. Like no matter where you see it, they're godlike. Like they may not talk as much shit, or it doesn't get as hype as any other region, but they let their game do the talking, you know, and that's what makes West Coast the West Coast, you know. Like look at Evo, the West Coast won Marvel again, you know, like. And it just, the thing is though, is like the hunger, like the East Coast will always have that hunger, no matter how you see it. Like I believe it or not, Chris G has that hunger, son, and he wants to take that. He wants to take that title. He wants to become the best, and he'll do whatever it takes to go on top. Like, that's just an example, you know. And then you got those like Footwork. No, you know what? Like Flux. You know what I'm saying? I saw Flux, man. He used to be like the biggest pop monster, and then I see him like stepping his shit up and like, you know, like doing his thing. And you got Footwork. He comes out of nowhere doing his thing. And then you got, believe it or not, oh my God, it's Andre. He worked his ass off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like the West Coast, just, I don't know. It just gives us that hunger. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, West Coast won again. Yo, we gotta do something about that. You know, that's basically what it is. Not that they're hating, but they respect them. You know what I'm saying? Even though they just that respect. You know, and they're like, I want to go to the West Coast and I want to show them what I got. That's why everybody want to go to the West Coast, because they got so many good players there. Many good players there.
Yeah, we do have a lot of good players, and like, you know, I've been trying to teach them how to. It's funny because I have been trying to teach them how to like not just only step up their fucking game, but like if their rival is playing against like you know, somebody from out of town, you better fucking help them shit talk. You better fucking get up there and fucking tell them where you're from. But they don't understand that. They don't understand, like, because we've won tournaments before you, that you don't have to like keep that pride. It's weird. They just, oh, you know, we just always look up to you. You're cool and we'll win and we don't have to say shit. It's like weird. I don't understand it. Like they're raised differently.
Yeah, it's definitely a different mentality.
Yeah, it's a different mentality, and like one of the best examples, like Mrpervy doesn't talk shit at all. I mean, here and there he says he takes a jab here and there, you know, says his little thing and that's it. But he never really pops off at anybody, and he just still does great. I don't know. It's just,
you know, Alex, the only thing.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Hold on, not to cut you off. Speaking of Mrpervy, because I heard Mrpervy was on this little stream and shit, slandering us not too long ago. Now, yeah. Now,
what did he say?
Look at Valle. He was like, "What?"
Yeah. Basically, I guess what's the dude named Jackson, the guy who runs the little 8-way run or whatever the fuck that is.
He jabbing at Jackson.
Yeah, well, no, I guess he had a little stream, and I guess he called himself popping off on us when none of us watches his stream. I don't know how you pop off on somebody who's not, you know, who doesn't even know who you are. But
really?
I guess he was popping off on us, and I guess Mrpervy was in the stream, and basically, hey, Alex, you remember the night that we were at Denny's? I think it was the Friday night before season meetings. He said that we were in the Denny's, we were harassing the waitress, like we were like calling her names and all types of crazy shit like that. And I'm like, dude, I don't even talk to Emperor. You know, I've never spoken to him. Well, basically, you know, he was like going along with this we're the bad guy shit. And, you know, he's slandering us, you know, and all these, you know, little stream monsters and shit. Oh, yeah, Emperor, you're right. You know, those guys are dicks. Like, bitch, we didn't say nothing to the waitress. You know what I mean? Like, what does this dude come off at? I don't understand it, dude. But you can go ahead though. But you know, I'll see you, Emperor, next tournament. We'll talk. We'll have some words.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me guys ask you a question here. Last week we had a discussion about the grassroots tournaments being 2 out of 3 matches instead of being 3 out of 5. What are your guys' thoughts? D-Nice, I know you wanted to chime in on this last week. I want to hear from all you guys about
which game are you talking about? It depends on which game, I think.
MK.
Any game. Mortal Kombat's one, but any game.
All right.
No, not any game. That's Tekken, in my opinion, should definitely never, ever be 3 out of 5. I think that's really too long. I said the same thing for Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I think maybe Street Fighter, I don't know.
No. Street Fighter is very long. Street Fighter is very long.
Street Fighter is fine. That's the thing. It's not like.
Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Can I bring
Go ahead.
Can I shed some light on this 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5?
Yeah.
That was literally just built for Marvel 3. That was literally not built because 3 out of 5 is 3 out of 5, of course. But that to change that standard, it was literally just for Marvel, because we did it in the last Marvel 2 tournament out here in the East in Seasons Beatings. It was a 3 out of 5. Yep. But and then in Marvel 3, we saw how freaking bogus this shit was in 2 out of 3. I used to see games used to end in fucking
the most bogus way, dude. Yep.
Like the game will start, get ready to brawl, fight. You call an assist wrong, both of your characters die. That's it. Next character come in, one gimmick is over. I literally seen that repeat twice. So what I was saying was, when I started the curly mustache, I was like, yo, we're doing 3 out of 5 all the way till we get to the grand finals, 4 out of 7, and now it became a standard. You know what I'm saying, for Marvel. Now for other games, I don't know if it has issues. You know what I mean? From what I've seen Street Fighter that don't need to be no 3 out of 5. Tekken, I don't know if it's broken, that it needs to be 3 out of 5, but them just all look fair. They all look fair to me. So
the only game that I know that went 3 out of 5, Soul Calibur 5, that went 3 out of 5 after Evo. That's the only game that I know of out of all the other games.
That game's still alive.
Yeah, but that game kind of needs to be 3 out of 5 too, because there was a lot of random shit that would happen.
There you go. 3 out of 5.
If I give my opinion on that, my thing is this, right? What we have to also remember is that you guys as professional gamers, yes, you're also competing, but you're also a major part of why tournaments are possible, especially nowadays, is because of the streamers, the people that are watching, the spectators that are coming to these events. And you have to also, sometimes as professional games, you might not want to take what they want into account, but it is just like NBA basketball. They build the rules in such a way that the game is high-paced. They put in a shot clock and this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes the game needs to also be built that it doesn't become boring and monotonous for people to watch. Now, in Marvel, that can work because it's such a high game that 3 out of 5 can still produce an entertaining match. The question is, in any of the other games, can you do 3 out of 5 straight through in a tournament and still not bore people? That's where I think it's a bit of a touchy thing, and I'm kind of pretty much against that. I prefer 3 out of 5 in Marvel, the rest 2 out of 5 is done.
Yeah, they were talking about Mortal Kombat ever since MOG did 3 out of 5. I mean, 3 out of 5 is not bad. It's not bad, but I don't feel like it's. I don't know. I mean, I watched some of these matches. I feel like 2 out of 3 has been fair, in my opinion, other than some other glitches and stuff. But I think 2 out of 3 is really fair, you know? Like, you have decent rounds, you know what I'm saying? You have the system as far as combo breaks and whatnot. I mean, I think it's fair enough that it could be 2 out of 3. You know, Marvel is really bullshit. Marvel, you get more happy birthdays in one match. Like, seriously, son. Like Marvel 2, you get a happy birthday here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say like 1 out of every 5 match. But, like, every single match, you can get a happy birthday, like, easily, son, without question. Easily. Like, it's retarded. And then you got things like X Factor and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they feel like 3 out of 5 has just been format. And then when the curly mustache came out for the first time, 3 out of 5 wasn't a problem. And it didn't even only last like an extra minute and a half, about 1.5 minutes. You know, it's very fast. It's very fast. And I think Keats is the one that broke out, started to doing it majors. And he did UFGT 2011. Was it 2000? It was 2011, right? Or I don't know. Keats broke out the 3 out of 5 format, and then it's just been working since then. So yeah, I don't have a problem with 3 out of 5. And then when Evil did 3 out of 5, it was really successful. It still ran on time. You know but it was 2 out of 3 in the pools, right, until the top 128. Was it, Yipes? Hello?
I can't remember what that was.
He stepped away. He stepped away for a sec.
I think wasn't it up to top 32? Then it went to 3 out of 5.
I know it was 2 out of 3 in pools. And then if you made your pools, I think it's like top 64 or something. It was 3 out of 5.
All right.
I think it was top 32. That was 3 out of 5.
Yo, fucking, I actually made it a top 32 at Evo for Marvel. Or so 64, my bad.
Hey, Alex,
yeah,
what are your thoughts on that? Because you being a tournament organizer also, you know, hear your feedback on that.
All right, for Marvel it's fine. 3 out of 5 is we did that at SCR last year. We're good to do. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't do that. We started doing it on Wednesday night fights, and until it turned into the run back, that ended up fine. 3D games, Tekken is way too long.
I agree.
Way too long. Cross Tekken, not a chance.
Yumacon had a Tekken 3 out of 5. I was actually surprised about that.
Really? Tekken 3 out of 5?
Yeah.
And it was really long.
That was
3 out of 5. So you got 3 out of 5 rounds and 3 out of 5 matches?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was too long.
But that was winners and grand finals only.
Nah, that was, remember, Alex. It was for all the pools too.
No. For Yomacon, Cross Tekken was.
I'm talking about Tekken Tag.
Oh yeah. Tekken Tag. Yeah, that was too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think though with Mortal Kombat, is it possible to do 3 out of 5 rounds? I think 3 out of 5 rounds would make more sense than 3 out of 5 matches. I'm just saying, that's just me.
Nah, because the way the meter game is set in that game, they based it on 2 rounds each. So that's the reason why it's not 3 like Soul Calibur or Tekken. That's why being 3 out of 5 is a little more better for Mortal Kombat because it's not 3-round matches. It's only 2-round matches.
Yeah, but now with that said, now with the you know, and I know some people think it's not a major part, but with the Toasty Boost now coming in just with a random freaking full up meter. I mean, games kind of like he was saying about Marvel with you know, a happy birthday moment. You get a happy birthday moment, you use all your meter pounding on somebody, and boom bang, you get a Toasty Boost. That's it. The guy's done. You just got 6 bars of meter. You know, right. So I mean, there is that randomness. I mean, like I said, my belief with it has always been that, you know, it's feasible to do. If I was a tournament organizer, I'd have to look at the game and look at the people in the seats watching it. You know, is it something that's going to drag on? At what point maybe I can, you know, do 3 out of 5. You know, towards, you know, after pools when you're in, I don't know, maybe top 16. Cdjr, I know you're saying, you know, your free fish stick ass is saying that it's impossible to do, but I had to pay Lozy Lou $50 for doing it. So the Toasty Boost does come out. You know, so it will make a difference. And when your ass gets blown up for it, I don't want to hear you bitching and moaning. But, I mean, as far as 3 out of 5 goes for MK, like I said, if done right, it can work, but it can't happen for a whole tournament.
Yeah, I mean, look, the whole point of that scenario is everybody wants 3 out of 5, literally like a few weeks before NEC, after everything was prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like, you that's something that really can't be done. No matter how you see it, you know, maybe in future events they can consider it, but just like even E and I, Eric and I had a talk a couple of days ago. We were like, yo, listen, I was on the show last week, and, you know, they were talking about 3 out of 5. And then, you know, Eric basically explained to me the whole rundown. I was like, look, we had things set for 2 out of 3. You know what I'm saying? Everything is already prepared and everything is in time orchestrated. You know, it just having another match would pretty much literally mess up. You know, you're just taking more time and it will mess things up a little bit. So as of right now, 2 out of 3. Look, 2 out of 3 looks fine to me. I know I don't play the game. I did a combo video and that's it. I did one combo video and I just dropped it. And I just dropped it because I mean, I didn't really pay for the game, so I didn't feel like paying just to go online. So I just like whatever, left it alone. But my point is though, is like, you know, you already have everything set. You know what I mean? Like adding that simulation would just mess things up a little bit, and they just don't want to go through that. And I don't blame him. And he has every point. He has every right to say no. We're gonna keep it 2 out of 3. Excuse me. So that is my 2 cents about it. You know, even though MLG did, it was pretty good. Everything was successful. But I mean, right now we just gotta stick with the format. You know, it is what it is. Maybe in future events like Winter Brawl, that's the next Big E gaming event. Maybe he'll, you know, consider 3 out of 5 the way how things may be run. I don't know. It depends on Apex, on what Apex is doing. So just stick with it, man. The whole point is just show up and support your scene, regardless of what it is. Just show up and support your scene, you know. And then maybe in the future, maybe we can, you know, whoever runs the Mortal Kombat events at NEC can talk it out and see what they can do in the future, so they can better prepare themselves. That's just what I think about it. They wasn't prepared as of yet, so they didn't want to really go through and risk, you know, anything to help to mess up the event. So they wanted to make sure they keep it that way and make sure everything runs at a good amount of time and at a good pace, so things could be as smooth as possible for them.
Now, has this been talked about with other TOs on extending different games besides Marvel to 3 out of 5 in future events?
Not to my knowledge, no. You know, Marvel with 3 out of 5. Like I said, Keats was talking about it. He was like, "Look, he asked the players that's going. He's like, how do you feel about 3 out of 5? And they was like, I think 3 out of 5 is pretty good. So, you know, Keats took the initiative. You know, it's a risk. You know what I'm saying? It could mess up things, but it's a risk. He was like, we're going to do 3 out of 5 throughout the whole match. The whole tournament. 3 out of 5. And good thing is, it was very successful. And Evo took a part of it during top 32, or top 64, I don't know. And then ever since then, it's just been a staple now. You know, it's been 3 out of 5. And for other games, like, you can't put AE 3 out of 5. That game is long enough as it is. That right. Game put me to sleep. You know, you can't put Tekken 3 out of 5 because it's already 3 out of 5 rounds. You understand what I'm saying? You can't put Soul Calibur. It just, you know, Mortal Kombat, MLG took the initiative to make it 3 out of 5. Maybe they have their own ways. Maybe they wanted to make it more interesting, you know, throughout the match. But all I'm saying is like, I don't think 2 out of 3 is bad either. From what it looks like, I don't think it's bad, you know. But the whole point is that people want to 2 out of 5 at like almost close to the last minute, knowing they have everything prepared for 2 out of 3. You know what I'm saying? See, people got work. People got jobs. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they got jobs, and they gotta work.
See, another thing that I think about that as well is, you know, and Adonis and, you know, and Alex, you know, being old school arcade guys, there was no 3 out of 5. It was put your money in. You know, the 2 out of 3 is like, you know, beyond just saying, all right, it's one game and you're done. You know, I hear people say, well, I'm not warmed up by then. Well, too fucking bad. You know, you don't, you know, back in the day, you didn't get a chance to, well, let me play you 10 times before we do a tournament. You played then and there. Whatever happened in 3 rounds, not even 2 out of 3 rounds, it was done. You're off.
That is the truth, and I would definitely co-sign on you on that. For those that don't know, before the NEC was the prime, well, before ECT, during that time, during Memorial Day weekend area, it was actually ECC in New Jersey. I don't know those that have been to ECC before, but that was a strictly arcade tournament. And Look, to get your warm up, you just got to wait in line or go to a hotel, which nobody was really at. Everybody was at the event. I'm doing my Marvel, by the way, because I was playing Marvel too. So you go out the event, you wait your ass in line. In fact, you got money matches. You ain't even got warm ups, B. You got your money matches, though. I mean, they'll let you warm up a couple of stuff, a couple of matches, but after that, pop your coins in. Let's get the money match going, B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, remember our arcade tournaments, man. You had to play on foreign sticks. You remember you didn't even get a chance to bring your own stick. You would travel across the fucking country and play on bad sticks.
Yeah. It was on the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Well, the good thing is those sticks are really damn well good, man. Those are probably one of the they treat the cabinet very well. So if it breaks, they have a technician, they fix it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's good about it. And they did treat us well. But in other events, though, there are some places that has like pretty bad sticks and everything, and we have to just go through it. It should happen.
Even back in the days, the format for tournaments, just the regular bracket pools was like 2 out of 3. Once you reach winners and losers finals, it turned into 3 out of 5. Grand finals was 4 out of 7.
4 out of 7. Yep.
4 out of 7. That?
Yo, man, 4 out of 7 was like crazy because once it gets reset, like it's all that endurance, man. Like
CVS2, CVS2, remember that shit?
Man, I don't want to talk about it.
Ricky, Steve, and Justin.
Steve H. I swear, he touched that CVS2, man. It's like you basically fighting a chair, B. You just fighting a chair. He's gonna sit there through the whole match. He's like, all right, I'm gonna just crushing fierce, Thagod, crushing fierce. And if he hits the bracket, if he resets it, it's like, oh my God, like people was like, yo, let's get this shit over with. I don't even know what happened. What happened before 4 out of 7? Why you stop that?
Because there was no more. Because that shit went to like 4 in the morning, bro. That's why.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it's the logistics. Back then we were just happy that arcades, open as late as they did. So, yep. And now we're at venues that close at 10, 11, even 12, 10, 11, 12. So
yeah, that's true.
I admit I missed the days of finding a Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition in a 7-Eleven at like 4 in the morning. Your ass is playing, and you got 35 people still playing. Now everything's a what are those interactive time crisis? I mean, there ain't even arcades over here. They're called them entertainment centers now.
Yeah, that's like here in Detroit. Basically our main arcade is in the fucking mall. Mall closes at 9, so now we have to get the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, CF didn't even stay up as late as it is. I think CF stayed up to 2 in the morning on the weekdays, and then like sometimes 3 or 4 in the morning on weekends. I don't know. I was really at the time, but the whole point is like the community, man. Believe it or not, the community is still there. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it's just so divided. There's no arcade to unite everybody at once. And I didn't mind LAN centers, especially in Florida. We had no arcades. We had LAN centers. LAN centers was pretty decent. And I still go to this one before I moved. It was called Zero Ping, and they stay up to as late as it is. They don't give a damn. They stay up to, hey, people still there. All right, let's run it. Still play. And, all we got to do is pay a certain amount and we good. So, LAN centers did help out to the most part, especially for the suburban areas where they have no arcades. So they got people that can drive or carpool or whatever. And they just go there, play whatever game, go on the internet, and usually LAN centers is in plazas and shopping centers. So, they got to be some food place around there. It does help to an extent. But, even LAN centers are dying too. Believe it or not, LAN centers are dying around here, man. So LAN
centers, to me, in my opinion, were never a good idea. I mean, you got places that are charging you to play on, consoles that you got at home. I mean, you
gotta understand, like, it's just like it's like an arcade. There's an arcade there, like. If you have the console game at home, even though you want to play somebody, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta understand. Yeah, Zero Ping is still there. I'm just talking about like land centers in general. Like,
oh yeah. But then you got people. Then you got people like me. I used to go in the arcade. I might spend $1 because I beat the fuck out of everybody.
well, yeah,
So,
that's that. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Money wise, yeah, it is. There is a difference money wise, but as far as like community wise and playing, like you know, what I'm saying it's get that same feeling. You are playing with people. You know, like Zero Ping, they charge you $3 for the night. You know, and
but that's cheap. That's cheap though.
Yeah, that's cheap compared to most places. Some places like they'll rape you.
Yeah, like some places like the last around here, it's like $7 an hour or some shit like that.
Damn, $7 an hour. That's like McDonald's pay. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So when they close down, in 6 months, and they wonder why, because we're not going to pay $7 to play on Xbox 360s that we had at home. Like really, we're not going to spend much money on that shit. So
yeah. Anyway, look, it's getting late, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get up in the morning. But I just want to say, thank you guys, James and NEC, for having me on. I definitely appreciate it. I stayed up this time, so
not a problem, man. Anytime. Hey, I look at it this way. Right now, I got in the chat pretty much every fighting game represented. I got Tekken players, I got Marvel players, I got Street Fighters and MK players. I'm sorry if I'm not shitting intentionally on the anime guys, but ain't none around.
Hey, I play Persona.
I could have a person talk about anime because he has a good event at NEC. There is a big event for Persona 4, and I think you should have Stickbug, Alan Blakes. He's really, really, really big into the anime scene, and he can actually give you a rundown because anime is really it's as big as you think, especially in the West Coast. Like Z. Z's been holding down the anime scene over there, and then you got Northeast has been pretty big, and also Maryland's pretty big on anime too. So you should really get them on. I mean, I can give you the info. Maybe you can have something to talk about next week.
Yeah, put it in the chat for me.
Yeah, I got you. His name. I'll give you his Twitter name. It's Stickbug. I'll put it on the tag on the Twitter. I'm not on the Twitter. Yeah, I'll just give you his Twitter name on Twitter. So. All right, look. Anyways, just so you know, I'm planning on coming back into the scene competitively. I'm gonna play Marvel again. I'm actually started playing again now. You know what I'm saying? I got some tech.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got some tech for y'all boys, but I won't be playing competitive. Like I won't be entering the tournament until the Apex when Evo season start. Hopefully. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanna take this time to spend the holidays with the family and stuff. But after that, I got to give y'all that work starting January. I'm gonna give y'all that work. So
Apex is the 11th of January 11th.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so
we should be in the building. So
yeah. You should just look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I'm just doing this for my grandfather because he passed away recently. So I just want to make sure that I can go to Evo and do very good, like top 8. I would satisfy myself at top 8 at Evo to get on that stage to show y'all what the my swag is all about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go. Adonis, I'll see you NEC. Chris, I'll see you this weekend, and everybody else, y'all be easy. Yipes. Rolando, peace out. And I don't even know who else is on. Wow, Jesus if he's on. Calvin. Bifuteki. I didn't even pronounce that shit right. Alex, I'll holler at you, man. Oh yeah, Alex, you going to NEC or what?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right, so I see you in Philly next weekend then. All right, well guys, y'all take it easy. I am out. Y'all be easy. Peace.
All right, boys. See you, D9.
All right, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right, now before I continue the conversation, Jesus, you there still?
I don't think I think his mic is still messed up.
Jesus, your mic, I don't know. I don't hear you. Either that or type up if you're talking, because I don't know.
Hey, yo, you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just came back from the store and shit.
Yeah, we asked you like 35 questions.
Oh, snap, my bad.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Did you get anything good? Would you get one of those fucking Cubans?
Nah, I got some shit called a pastelito. You know what that is? It's kind of like an empanada with chicken.
That's that good shit.
Yeah, man, that sounds Excelente, amigo.
Yeah,
Hey guys,
fucking that
I
shit
don't
out
know
right
if
now.
it's appropriate to ask, but before I go to this, one thing being that, like James pointed out, we have a wide cross section of gamers here. Has anyone here touched PlayStation All Stars? What you guys think about it? I kind of like it. I don't know.
I like how
what
it
do you
looks.
That game is ass.
I don't know. I baited it, and I'll tell you this: Rapper is shit. Therefore, I don't like it.
Game is ass. Gameplay wise, I think it's fun. I don't know. I like it, but I'm more of a casual, not a professional gamer. So I don't know how it looks. It's gonna be considered a professional, competitive game. That's what I want to know.
We're actually gonna add it to Wednesday Night Fights just to try it out to see if the game is well, according to the guys that I've talked to, Clock and those guys, it is competitive, but people can say it is, but we're gonna really dissect the game.
Because I saw you guys having Clockwork and Seth Killian himself there on Wednesday Night Fights. They went into a lot of detail about the game itself, but I'll tell you, looking at it, they did a pretty good job trying to sell it. But now we got to see if the gamers are actually going to pick it up.
Right, the Tekken players actually at Wednesday Night Fights are all into it, and they after that night they were wondering if we were going to have it back, and I even got messages today like, hey, is it coming this week? They're really excited to play it. It's one of those things like, don't knock it until you play it. I mean, it might look clunky and floaty, and it might look like Smash, and you might not like Smash, but there's other people that might enjoy it.
Is the mic working?
Yeah, you're working now.
All right, thank you.
So we're really gonna dissect that game because we're adding it to regionals because we know that there's a lot of interest for that game, and there's fans of PlayStation characters that play that shit. They just specifically play that, and to us that means a lot of unique fans coming out to this thing. It's not just like pulling away people from Marvel or Street Fighter. It's actually brand new people trying to play this game. So that's where I'm coming from. That's what I want to see. I want to see new people play new stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. This is something that I know maybe Bifuteki, being that he works with Apex, can kind of chime in on this. Is this something that the Smash players are going to look at as their way into the FGC, so to speak? Like, okay, well, now we can play this game because now we're like the cool Street Fighter players. Is that something they're going to look at, or is it a game that they're also shunning away?
Well, here's the thing. They're kind of shunning it because of the simple fact that it's not Smash. So it's a bunch of characters that they don't know. So basically, the general consensus is that they don't like the game at all. So they're trying to stay away from it. So they're basically just ignoring it completely.
Yeah, at the same time, though, it's always going to be a new following of players, though. So,
That's
while they
basically what it will bring in, though.
Yeah,
I think the game just needs time. That's what happened with Vanilla, with Marvel 3. Everybody was hating on it for a few months, and then that's when it became the main game.
Very true.
Marvel is Marvel, though. Those characters are fucking badass.
Icons from childhood, our father's childhood.
I mean, from what I've seen from like PlayStation All Stars, Dante, Drake, those are like some top tier players. But I'm still waiting to see what Parappa the Rapper got, because I've seen some stuff that he does, but I haven't really seen it done in like an actual match. So I'm just waiting for that.
Well, tune into Wednesday Night Fights, man. You'll see it all.
I'm actually watching Offcast play it right now.
Yeah. But remember, me and Andre, me and Bifuteki were actually, I was at his place when we were watching PlayStation All Stars 2 weeks ago on Wednesday Night Fights, and we were kind of sharing our opinions on what's going to happen with this game, what's going to happen with this game. I want to go out on the limb and say, and let me go out on a limb because I don't think anyone here would agree with me, but I think it's going to be at EVO next year. Watch and see.
What, All Stars?
I think PlayStation's All Stars is going to be one of the games at EVO next year.
Because it's Sony, not because people are gonna like that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe because it's Sony, but I mean they gotta have a following first, a strong enough following.
They have to try it. They have to give it a shot.
I mean, I'm You know what? I'm gonna pick it up. Fuck it.
And everybody that's gonna play that shit when the new Smash comes out is gonna drop it.
Well, like I said before,
Adonis, your feedback.
What's that? All right, like I was saying before, like the Smash community doesn't like this game, so obviously they're not going to want to play it. The ones that do play it are the ones that already converted over from Smash into Marvel. So you'll see those guys pick up the game. You won't see Smash players pick up the game. They won't pick up the game until they won't play another game until Smash 4, which Namco's doing. So that's what they're waiting on. Hopefully it's competitive and everything else.
Yo, yeah, you in here?
Yeah, we in here.
Nigga, get on this crack, yo. Let's cook niggas.
Wait, what is going on?
Hey, Junior. Who was that girl I was hitting on Twitter?
What?
There was some chick that I was hitting on Twitter that you said to follow. Nice girl, but she likes fish sticks.
She likes fish sticks.
My sister, you fucking asshole.
Oh shit! Was it your sister? We're going out tomorrow night.
Well, she's my sister-in-law. Well, she's my sister-in-law's sister, but I call her. But she's like my sister, so.
So she's not related to you. So yeah.
Yeah, but yo, alright.
So yeah, it's open
You want a little gringo in that family line of yours?
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yo, CD, I'll be there in a second, bro.
Alright.
Yeah, I heard y'all. I actually learned only last week that Yipes was actually a top first-person shooter player before a fact that might not be as well known as people think. So we got some FGC crossovers into FPS lately. I'm seeing some FGC crossovers into, dare I say, League of Legends lately. Interesting. Esports.
So now let me. You know what? But being that I got, and you know what? If you guys don't want to answer this, to the tournament organizers, what is your views?
I answer anything.
To your views of the MLG / grassroots. I mean, obviously being organizers of which is now considered grassroots, which it's not it is the majors. You know, do you guys feel that there's friction that's come about since MLG?
Well, I guess Alex should go on that first. He's the big guy in here, and
big boss.
Alex is there.
Yeah, all right. Where do I begin? So, I'm going to pick on MLG first, and then I'm going to tell you what they've done to make it better. So, when they first started to put fighting games on, I remember back in the days when it was Tekken 5 in a Scion dealership. That was their big MLG introduction to fighting games. And when they merged with when they partnered with Evo, and there was a lot of negativity. It was just from what people knew about them, they just it looked like they were just doing this for money or doing it to stomp on our dates. It was just a lot of negativity. Like, what are their true intentions? Nobody knew their true intentions. There's horror stories of people not getting paid, and just on and on of negative stuff about MLG. And then they got a new CEO, what's his Sundance or whatever, right? And all of a sudden, a lot of changes have been going on. And I'm sure I don't know the entire story. I'm just kind of briefly going through this in a nutshell. So this guy comes on, and there's still dates that are being stomped on, from other grassroots events. That's a really, really big problem that has been going on, and it's been an ongoing issue, regardless if the fear of them getting Capcom games or anything else, because I think grassroots tournaments will still run regardless if they get Capcom games or any other games, because it has happened. grassroots tournaments has always had superior numbers across the board. It just has. And when MLG finally started to like turn things around, is they added MK and they started to build that community, constantly getting grassroots guys to help them out. I don't know all the stories, James, about. I know you have a little thing with them or something that I heard, but they're MK has the most numbers there. Soul Calibur and King of Fighters, they had small numbers. So why is that? Because they never they never build community, and they're starting to now, and that's why their numbers have never grown. They've always just thrown money at these things, money here, money there. That's great, but it's still $50 to get to enter the tournament or something, right?
I personally think I think a lot of the MLG events, as far as like fighting games, they're bad with announcing when the tournaments are going to be. Like they'll give people like maybe 5, maybe 6 weeks at most notice. That there's going to be an MLG event. The problem is, the problem is everybody can't get off work. In 5 weeks. Some people may not have enough money, to buy a plane ticket all the way to Anaheim or wherever they're coming from in 5 weeks. What I mean?
There is oversaturation of events too.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, but no, I have seen MLG been reaching out to the grassroots community even more. They got Arturo over there, right? They have been reaching out to top players to help them to promote their events, which they have. Juicebox. They got Rip.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing what they can, and they're paying these guys. They're flying them out to help them run a good event, and unfortunately, they have to suffer what we're suffering with oversaturation of events. Unfortunately, it is what it is. You're talking about gamers that, what they make from nothing to like, realistically $25,000 a year. I'm not talking about the grown folk FGC. I'm talking about today's kids.
Right.
It's realistic. They can probably only afford to go to 2 majors a year.
Right.
And maybe EVO. So they gotta just look into realities. If you're not that top 16, then you're probably only going to one of those MLG events. I mean, don't be surprised. It is what it is.
Yeah. That's like I think that was MLG Columbus this year. I believe MLG Columbus was like the last week of March or something like that, and they didn't announce that like KOF and Mortal Kombat were going to be there until we were at final round. I believe it was like maybe 3 weeks before, so they gave us like 3 weeks notice, that those were going to be for MLG. So nobody knew, and everybody was scrambling around, for 2 or 3 weeks trying to get plane tickets, so it was a low turnout, for KOF and, the other games or whatever.
And like now, I'm really happy that MLG has been throwing money at, our players. Like, hey, you have a chance to win whatever 10,000, 20,000 overall, whatever the prize pot is. Those numbers are surreal. I mean, that's great. It's just business model wise, that is just. I mean, what is the ROI for these guys? Maybe the publisher's providing the money for them, but like you're looking at the stream views for these fighting games, it's just not. It doesn't add up.
The thing is, Alex, having seen this from the outside and approaching a totally different type of sponsorship model, that basically what I suspect MLG does is that they sell the little bit of views that they get, what we would consider a little bit of views by standards of FGC. It still adds up to maybe 100 and 150,000 unique viewers. That's probably something, that you'll get in an hour on Wednesday night fights or whatever, It's nothing much. But what they do is that they package it so creatively and so well to sponsors, and sponsors that are completely out of a box, shaving cream companies and car companies, and these companies that FGCs would never go to. And as a result, they're able to to use this money. So let's say they say, okay, you know what? We do an MLG tournament. We get 200K unique viewers. Not a very big, impressive number. Maybe only 500 concurrent. But they take the total and they sell that to a sponsor and they get $10,000 for it. Immediately, it's like, oh, okay. So even if 50 people show up, we don't care. We get a couple people watching. The sponsor's happy. We're happy. We pay the players. They're happy. And that's it. In terms of return on investment, it's like, because the way they package their products and who they're selling it to, it has created more opportunities for them, that they've gone a little bit out of the box and finding companies that none of us would ever think of going to originally. But eventually, that's where it has to go. Like, we can't only depend on the gaming companies and on Mad Cats. As great as Mad Cats is and as great as these companies are, we're going to have to try to see, are there other companies out there that we can reach out to that value what sometimes the gaming companies themselves don't value. Well, you know, it might be a cigarette manufacturer, it might be a beer company, companies that we might be frowned upon for going to, but in the end of the day, they're willing to sponsor. It's something that maybe we should consider. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's kind of like when you look at NASCAR. You know, you see Tide detergent on a car. You know, that has no relevance, and I can guarantee you that nobody's sitting at that race going, "Oh shit, let me go buy Tide because this guy has it plastered all over his car." You know, it's the money that's getting thrown, not only at the players but at them as well, that keeps them at that level. Now, if I turn around to Alex and I say, "All right, hey Alex, I'm going to give you $100,000 to do your tournament, to do SoCal," I mean, I'm sure you could do pretty good with that. And you know, and you're going to be going, well, shit, you know, I'm going to have fireworks show. I mean, look at Evo, fireworks shows going off in Vegas. You know, it'll be a glorious thing. You know, the money makes a difference. But now, like, if you look at, like, for example, there's never, or I don't want to say never, there's never really a huge payout for, say, MK9. You know, and I know a lot of people in the MK scene get salty about it because they.
Isn't it huge relative to FGC though? Like, and like exactly your numbers. I mean, getting what, $15,000?
No. I said the grassroots doesn't have it doesn't have a huge payout. Now here comes MLG saying, well, we're giving you $15,000, and it kind of, you know, and look, at the end of the day, you know, everybody could say what they want. You are all competing against each other in some form. And they're saying, well, we're going to throw money, and if we throw bigger money at it, well, guess what? SoCal's going to have issues because, you know, those top 30 MK players are more apt to chase, you know, $20,000 as if $1,000 or $2,000. You know, and that kind of hurts it.
I mean, okay. At least from my standpoint, I build communities. So if you took 32 of my guys away, my best guys away, that's great. That's, you know, have fun, because I built a few hundred more within the year. So that's something MLG is going to have to learn how to do if they want to go to the community route. You know, they can. Or inevitably, they're just going to be putting on exhibition matches only. And then what is those top 32 guys going to do after they collect that money? Go back to the grassroots events. You know, it's just the way it is. I'm more concerned in building a whole new audience. So that's why these leagues, you know, I'm not really like concerned of what they do with these titles. Is just, you know, I come from the old school, man, and I know what people like, and I know what people can afford, and I know what they look into for a good time. You know, I've been to MLG events, and well, actually the one in Anaheim, and it's definitely catered to like the esports, StarCraft, spectator stuff. And then you look at the fighting game side, it's like it's really small, and there's not much else to do there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's completely two different worlds. It's just I can say we're not at their level because they're at the spectator world, we're at like the competing / barely starting to get spectator world. So,
right. But the thing is, you beat them off in spectators, though, Alex. You're every single one of your, even at Wednesday night fights gets more views than MLG fighters. Let's be real here.
Well, no, I understand that, but the point that I'm making is, the events that I am building, I want to include the spectators to do something instead of just watch. They can play, they can interact. These spectators can't do any of that with the esports world. The top players in the esports world, they're confined in like a whatever the capsules, or they have
as they say, an arena.
There you go. You can't even. You have to like be in line for an autograph or whatever. You can't even interact with them. I hope that never happens to us.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's a huge difference. And it unfortunately, and it sucks to say it might get there if, Justin and Chris G start making like $1 million a year, because they are gonna have to have security for that type of ordeal, right?
Yeah.
So.
And I keep telling people right now we're in the crossroads. We're at the point where 30 years from now, Napalm always laughs at me in the chat when I say this, but I think within the next 20 years, these guys, you're gonna have professional gamers that are going to be making millions, I'm talking millions, in video games. A guy like Justin, the Justin of 2033, is probably going to be a millionaire. That's where I see it going, because the value. Let me give you an example here. I pull up MLG website, look at their sponsors. Big Flex 4, that's a razor blade. Dr. Pepper, a soda. You have Full Sail, a university. Piranha X, a shampoo. You see what I mean? Like the Holiday Inn, a hotel chain that's sponsoring them. Like they have been able to attract a whole different niche of sponsors and sell them. Hey guys, look, we have these numbers, and I just think it's a matter of time before all tournament organizers decide to do what MLG, and I'll admit even what I myself am doing, is just going out of the box and going to sponsors that have maybe nothing to do with video games, but just kind of want to target this new generation, the gamer generation. And once you kind of present it to them as, hey, this generation, they tend to travel a lot, they spend X amount of money per year, they're this kind of demographic, that kind of, and you break it out to them like that, I think you'll be surprised how more and more the tournament organizers are going to attract new sponsors. And that's when we're kind of all going to be MLG-ish. And that, like you said, that the fear of us kind of becoming esports, the thing that we all kind of fear, is almost inevitable because of the growth of the scene.
Yeah, that's two different worlds. Yeah, I'm sure Justin has been with the FGC, the grassroots, and how it is. You can mingle with the players there, intermediates or beginners, no problem. I mean, walk by them, shake their hand, no big deal. But like maybe he won't care. He'll like one day he'll be a millionaire, right? And still do the same thing. He doesn't want crazy security walking down the the Evo stage, But who knows what it'll be down the road. It's just I'm very nostalgic guy too. I would always want our fans and spectators and players to always interact with each other, no matter what event we throw. I wouldn't want them to be confined and just to be, you can only see him at a certain amount of times. That's not who we are. That's not how it was. It's just.
That's why I like, and me and Fish Sticks over here, we argue about it all the time. I love the grassroots because that's the closest I will ever get back to that arcade moment. That atmosphere that's in that competitive scene compared to you go on stage at 103, not 104, not 105, 103. You got to be here or you're DQ'd. MLG structure is phenomenal. I mean, when they say you're on, you're on. There ain't no look around for you. Where, I've seen, some of the tournaments where, Billy's out taking a piss and Joey's over here smoking a cigarette, and they're supposed to have matches now. and now you got a bunch of guys running around with megaphones saying you're up, you're up. But that portion of it, and this is that crossroad, I guess, between what's called a professional, a professional gamer and just a competitor. You can't compare the two as far as the way they're structured. And that to me, when I see when I've watched your tournaments on stream, I haven't come out to Cali in a long time, but I'm gonna probably come out this year.
Oh, you should.
I'm definitely gonna. Do you know Andrew Cockburn?
Oh my God! Yeah, I know.
Okay. So our pairs have
What
crossed.
a fucking name.
our pairs have crossed before. I think you know.
That guy's a character, man. Yeah. What's good with him, dude? What happened?
I don't know. He became a priest after that. He became a priest or something. Somebody told me after I guess that Capcom incident where he got caught with putting it up on
Resident Evil 2?
Resident Evil, yeah. Remember that shit? $30 million.
Yeah, man.
After that, he found God.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Turn into Mace.
But I mean, those are the events that I like. That's what makes the community a community, and and it's not emo moment for me, but it's a Cdjr didn't grow up with the arcades like that. This is the closest he's gonna get to ever experience it is in grassroots. It's like playing baseball in the Sandlot or playing at Yankee Stadium. And to me, that's what the fighting game community has always been about. Is that I can say, hey, fucking Alex, I'm gonna wipe the floor with you, but then you know what? You beat me, and at the end of the day, we're not out in the parking lot fighting about it. But there was that aura of a tough guy, a shit talk. Yeah, guess what? You're on a broken stick. Fucking deal with it. Learn to play Street Fighter without jab. And that whole mentality you'll never get at MLG.
Yeah, but then James, how do you find the balance? This is where we have to be careful. And as tournament organizers, I mean, I know I'm very new in your scene, but even in this scene in the Caribbean and Latin America, I have a responsibility to make sure that I don't impose my will on the people just because I want to preserve a certain way of doing things. I have to be careful not to impose that on the gamers or impose that on the community because I think that this is the way it should be. Maybe it's not necessarily the way the gamers want it to be. So it's kind of tricky to make sure that we still find the balance between, we still want to preserve certain things from the past because of our own nostalgia, but at the same time, life is emergent, life changes, and we have to kind of go with the times. If it sucks to say, hey, arcades are dead, then hey, if they're dead, then okay, how can we move on? And instead of only trying to preserve the past, because then we kind of get left behind. And what we have to ask ourselves is, as tournament organizers, is MLG starting something that is going to cause all of us to be left behind? It's a serious question that you have to ask yourself and wonder.
There's not a solid answer for it. That's the problem. Like you said, I don't want to impose I'm not here trying to impose my will on people, but I want them to see the options that are there. It doesn't have to be MLG or grassroots. There has to be a midpoint somewhere along the line, and in a perfect world, I guess maybe the grassroots majors can become some sort of minor league to bring in people into the MLG arena, which is considered the next step up. But now by saying that, what happens with Evo? Does Evo become American League, National League now, or does it get knocked down to
that is a major problem, because right now that word which you use, and that's one thing you have to keep in mind about MLG, is that word league. All of the professional sports organizations in the world, and competitive, not even sports, but any competitive organization, chess, checkers, swimming, whatever it is, be it a physical sport or a mental sport, they all have realized the need to create a league, because what we mentioned earlier is true. There is an oversaturation of tournaments, and the more tournaments that are going on out there that don't live up to expectations and don't do the payouts and don't get people to come, it also decreases the value of everyone's tournaments. That's why leagues came into existence to say, hey, okay, this is what we're going to do. We have 12 organizers. These are the 12 organizers who are going to be a part of this league, and every year we're gradually do expansion. So like the leagues, it started with 12 teams, like MLS, it started with 8 teams, they went to 12, they went to 16, etc. Gradually expand to include more and more tournament organizers, but all a part of one league, to ensure that there's uniformity in terms of prizes, in terms of rules, in terms of standards, in terms of streaming standards, these kind of things, to make sure that we don't devalue our product before it even gets to reach the true potential that it has.
No, I mean it's a fine line that not me, you organizers with MLG. I mean, you guys gotta, somewhere along the line, it's gonna be the medium where you guys actually sit down and say, hey, this is, either that or it's gonna be one crushes the other. I mean, because I don't think there's any tournament organized except for that fucking dude in Texas that had MK players playing in a bathroom.
Texas Showdown.
I'm so glad I wasn't there for that one.
I think that was staged, though. That can't be real, man.
No,
it was real.
It was legit.
They actually played a match in the bathroom, from what I heard.
And then I heard that people were actually using the bathroom during the matches.
But those tournament organizers that slack in that, by all means, crush them. Crush them and put them out of business. They shouldn't be in business.
But then the question is, who was the dictators of this thing? And that's where, one of the first terms when I started exploring, believe it or not, one of the first terms I learned when I started exploring FGC, because we also have our shooting game and our sports games division for VXG. Once I started delving into FGC, what's the first thing that I came across? Oh, you have to watch out with the FGC Illuminati. I'm like, what? That's one of the first terms I was cautioned by, you know what I mean? And I see it is something that's kind of prevalent, you know what I mean? That who is the silent majority that kind of dictates things that needs to happen this way, or else it's not. Why? It should be something public. Like, hey, maybe people go online, for example, vote for people that you think should be on a committee, and then every year the committee would vote for a chairman, and that chairman can serve for 2 years, just like it is in basketball, or you have a chairman of the league, and that kind of thing. It's something. Oh, that's too organized. That's too esports, but it would so elevate things to an unbelievable level that everyone would benefit. That's, if I was in America, that's what I would try to champion for. I'm on a completely different wavelength. I want to work with everyone. I want to do the qualifiers across the board. And we're an experience-based tournament. It's not as much about the competing more than coming here for the experience. That's what we really sell. So we can't really relate to whatever does over there. But I can imagine the challenge of someone that works hard, does a tournament. Let's say, for example, you had this guy in Boston. He did a tournament. He planned it. It ended up being the same weekend as Seasons Beatings. According to him, from what he told us, because I happened to end up talking to him when I was in the U.S., and he's like, yeah, I did my tournament, I announced it, but Seasons Beatings had to change their date, and they ended up changing their date to his date. He already had his date set, so he couldn't move it. So now you have Seasons Beatings and another tournament in Boston, not that far apart, happening on the same date, on the same weekend, you know what I mean? And I'm not shitting on Seasons Beatings by any means. People have reasons that they have to make the changes, but if there was a league in place or some kind of body in place, they would be able to mediate these kind of things, And
I would nominate, for example, a perfect example, since he's here, Alex would have to be on that committee.
Definitely.
His experience. You would, for two reasons. You are a TO organizer that's putting something together. I mean, depending on how it goes, and you're international. I believe the international scene is just not what it should be. Yes, the Evo boys, what's their names?
Definitely, yeah. You're gonna have to get some less from Evo.
Big E would have to be there. Big E would have to be there. Jeb Bailey would have to be there.
Yeah. I would even say have a couple of streamers in there, have Spooky in there.
Have Spooky, have Bifuteki in there. You know, have
I'm already in there.
You're always in there. You know,
I'm always
actually,
in there.
yeah. Actually, you know, and I've heard that there's like a FGC group, some kind of group that's put together
Oh,
every
you know
year.
what? I don't want to. I'm going to put this subject on pause for 1 second. Hey, Jesus, you
Okay.
still there?
Yeah.
All right, Adonis, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can we quickly communicate with one another? I don't want to go to NEC and get shot up.
Well, all the guns are gonna be at home, so you know the guns are at home. You know, anybody getting shot at NEC, man. You know,
I guess that clears it up.
you know.
Wait a
It's
minute. Jesus is the dude. What, Mr. Pavey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I see the connection. I'm gonna go get my bulletproof vest. Be right back.
Oh shit.
Nah, man. My attorney fees outweigh whatever little YouTube money, you know, the dude swiped or whatever. You know, my attorney fees outweigh that. So when I go and talk to my lawyer after I told him what happened, you know, he telling me I need $5,000 up front. You know, it's gonna be more than whatever I lost on that. So I'm not gonna worry about it, man. It's a respect thing with me. You know, it's a respect thing, and you know, as far as the fight game community and stuff like that, you're not supposed to, in my opinion, you know, as far as like a business sense, you shouldn't intentionally do things to harm other people's businesses, you know, or whatever they're trying to do. I remember when Shin Blanca had the he was telling me he was going to do a DVD for one of the final rounds. So he told everybody who had like top 8 footage, you know, just to hold on to it because he wanted to put it on a DVD. And we all respected it. You know, we were like, you know, well, if that's what Larry wants, then, you know, we're just going to hold on to all this footage, you know. And so that was that, you know. If he wanted to make money off the DVDs for his tournament, then that's what he was going to do. You know, I asked him this year because I told him I still got this footage, you know, from like 4 or 5 years ago. He's like, man, put it on YouTube for me. But I told him, I was like, man, I'm not going to put it up unless you say it's okay, you know, because if he wanted to make money off of it, you know, that's his thing. You know, I wasn't going to take out of his pockets. You know, that's the thing. You know, it's a respect thing, you know, but it is what it is, though, you know.
Let me ask you something. Let's get a little technical here, and maybe Alex knows a bit about this. When you put something on YouTube, is it automatically copyrighted to you, or do you have to physically engage it into a copyright movement? In other words, just because I put a video on YouTube, does that automatically mean it's my intellectual property, or does that mean it's the property of everyone that goes to YouTube?
That's a question to Ultra David.
I've heard different things about that.
Wait, I can answer this because the people over at Twitch basically helped me with this because I've had a few people's accounts on YouTube actually taken down because of this. What goes on is if you stream something on Twitch, basically, if you're a partner, you're basically anything you broadcast is copyrighted.
Copyrighted to who? To Twitch or to you?
To you. To both you and Twitch. You're able to put that footage onto YouTube.
Okay.
They don't care. You can put it on YouTube so you gain some extra money. It doesn't really matter. The whole thing is like, let's say someone screen caps, like let's say Level Up did a broadcast like YumaCon stuff. Let's say all of their YumaCon stuff is on like Mrpervy 2's YouTube account. Level Up can basically go on there, file a copyright infringement claim, and basically win it because, you know, they already know it's Level Up, and they can basically show proof that they're the ones who originally broadcasted because it shows up on their, you know, on their archives on Twitch.
Yeah, that's correct. We take down a lot of videos, but only ones that, you know, start reaching over a few thousand and so, because they're blatantly doing it.
I mean, I do it with Spooky's videos, but I've actually spoken to Spooky about it.
Yeah.
Spooky doesn't really do that. Spooky doesn't care. Spooky will basically Spooky doesn't give a shit.
Like me, the only time I'll take somebody else's stream and put up footage for like one of our players if it's not already on YouTube.
Right.
And I wouldn't dare, try to, monetize it or whatever, because I know that, the limitations as far as, the stream owners or whatever. But that's the only time that I'll go in somebody's archives and put up a match, if it's not up at all. So
yeah, and we understand that too. Like we don't take down everybody's videos. Like if they want to like get a couple matches and it's just got a few views, big deal, no problem. But it's like the guys that are blatantly like getting,
there's some people that take the whole archive and upload it.
Yeah.
Right.
Whole thing.
I've seen that.
Yeah. And with us, it's like I got my guy over here right now who does the camera work right now. He's over here playing Marvel. We buy, we got big 1080p camera and this and that. We got to walk around and capture this and capture that and capture that. That shit takes time. Shit takes time to do. And we got to sit back and look at all the footage and decide what we're gonna put up and yada yada yada. And we were actually doing this since YumaCon last year, but our camera was a lot shittier. And it was this idea like C.O.R.N TV. Back when I was traveling like 05 or 06, 07, I always told people like, man, I'm gonna have a camera and shit, just follow us. Just all the stupid shit that we do or whatever. It's gonna be kind of like a reality show, and that's what I wanted to do. And not only is it showcasing us, but it gets a lot of the other guys, like the people that are fans of the fighting game community. They may not see Justin up close, outside of him playing on the stream, or they may not see PR Raw, outside of Twitter or anything. So, it gives people a chance to just meet the players, when they're not playing on the stream or, and shit like that. So, I got a couple of little funny little skits and shit with of players doing certain little shit, and it's just uncut. It's just just meeting the players type shit, and. That was just an idea I had, and for somebody to just go in and intentionally, do some shit just to piss people off, that shit is gay to me, And I saw the little screen capture, and he said, yeah, and I put my Facebook on there just to piss them off, to put it on World Star Hip Hop. Like who does shit like that? That shit is malicious, but it is what it is, though, man. I ain't gonna sweat about it, man. It is what it is, I gotta work. I work 19 hours a day. I ain't got time to be, people like, oh, you should contact this person and contact that person and have it removed and copyright this and that. Yeah, I can do that, but I'm at fucking work all day. I'm not about to be, I was on YouTube at work and my boss was like, yo, you got to get off the fucking YouTube and get back, doing what you got to do. So I'm not about to be sitting around, about to get fired from my job, chasing these little fucking internet monies and shit. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, I even spoke to Gutex once. I was talking to Gutex and I was checking back, and I went to like Bar Fights, his event that he had, and I typed it up on YouTube, and I'm like, but Gutex, do you know there's someone that literally the Bar Fights that you're selling on crosscounter.tv that you guys produced and paid for and everything, there's a guy that has it uploaded on YouTube. He's like, you know what? In the end of the day, if people want to pay for the product, they think I did a good job, they're going to come and go to the right place to pay for it. Even people in the comments, if you look in the comments, are like, yo, I mean, guys, why would you upload this? You should support Cross Counter. They brought this event in the first place, etc., etc. But at the same time, it's quite a risk to depend on the maturity of people and assume that the majority of people will be like that they would actually say, oh, no, because it's a good product, I'll pay for it. The fact is, the majority of people probably won't do that. The majority of people will probably just take the free ride because it's free. Especially in these tough times, if people can save a buck.
Copyright isn't really. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I got it. Go ahead.
YouTube's copyright isn't really reliable. You could like file a copyright claim, and some random person who has no videos on their account could actually win. That's happened before.
Because you're guilty until proven innocent when it comes to YouTube. They lock the video, and then I guess you have time to prove that. Wait, no, this is indeed my video, and
they also
proof. Then
they also see how long it takes for you to like respond to to the copyright claim. If they see that you haven't responded to it in 3 days, they actually still remove your account.
Right. That's what I would assume is their method, because it's too much time and work for them to have to go and individually do the research. So they wait for your argument, read your argument, and say, okay. It's just like when Facebook locks accounts. You know, they sometimes you have to write to them and say, oh well, I had a virus and I was spammed and so on, blah blah. Or if you lose your password, someone hacks into your account, you can give them a few arguments and show them that it really is, I am really Rolando and I really want to get back my thing. You know, what was the last messages I sent, for example, that kind of stuff. You know, so.
Well, let me ask you this, Jesus. At the end of the day, I mean, when it went up on World Star Hip Hop, are you getting paid for that?
No.
Exactly. No. So would it have took like that much to be like, yo, Adonis, I'm gonna throw this shit up on there. It's gonna get more exposure.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, I mean, and once again, you know, a lot of people in the MK community have been messaging me, what the fuck's all your kumbaya shit? But, you know, I mean, you know, real talk, it's gotta happen, you know. Guys gotta communicate with each other. You know, that's how the scene's gonna grow. Not by, you know, shady little things about, you know, well, this guy did this. You know, the novella shit, you know, the novella shit's great when it's actually making hype, but not when it's, you know, pissing other people off. That's what it comes down to. You know, and if you know, I'm sure had you said, hey, Adonis, I want to put it up there, I don't know what he would have said. He would have said yes, he would have said no. I mean, if he had it monetized, I mean, at the end of the day, let's be realistic. It's nickels and dimes that you're getting from these videos. So every nickel and every dime does help.
Right. Look at it.
You are the loudest typer I've ever heard, Rolando.
And at the same time,
sorry about that, man.
And at the same time, even if it were to go up on World Star Hip Hop, I might have want to put a fucking watermark up that said, you know, hit us up on Twitter or follow us up, you know, or at least on the World Star Hip Hop thing, I could have put the original link for the video or something. You know, on the
link to the YouTube video?
Yeah, or something. On the World Star Hip Hop video, it says shouts out to Mrpervy. Like he's the creator of the content.
They don't do it. They don't do it, trust me. They never link YouTube videos. If you look at the other videos, they don't do it.
Okay, we have
like there's videos.
Okay, that's fine. We also we have a Twitter page, we have a Facebook page, we have a YouTube page. There's 100,000 different links that could have went out instead of shouts out to Mrpervy.
I actually see a Twitter account.
Let me ask you. Let me throw a hypothetical question. I know it's World Star Hip Hop, and I know they're big and all of this stuff. But I wonder what happens if you email them and say, "Listen, this video that you have there is my property, and unless you remove the video within 2 days, I'm going to seek legal action." And see what response you get.
World Star, I think it's actually run by a few people. It's not like it's a whole company. I'm getting that kind of.
If you send them, if you send them that kind of email, Adonis, and you tell them, I'm the owner of this video. Someone sent it to you, but I don't give a shit. It's my video. You need to take it down, or make the following changes within 2 days, or I will seek legal action against you for the damages based on the number of views you're getting. I don't know. Is that something that anyone has ever tried?
I've looked at that. I go to the World Star Hip Hop site. You know, I go to contact us. There's some little bullshit form you can fill out. It just says contact us. You fill in the little thing, and that's it. You know, it doesn't really have. I didn't see anywhere where it had email information like specific contacts. You know, so you know.
Because I wonder, how many? You can't be the first person this has happened to. So how many people? You know, okay, you got. Yeah, they show all kinds of videos of other people sending.
Oh, like you remember that time where Noah Brown punched this guy, and they actually tried to get that video removed, but they never got it removed.
Right.
Yeah. Because they just don't give a shit.
Yeah. And that's what it is. And that's really what it is at the end of the day. And. You know, like I said, it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna worry about it, man.
Adonis, look at it this way. People don't always want to go to World Star to find that video. If they were to share it, they would go on YouTube and type in keywords like boy cries at tournament or whatever. Your video is going to pop up. You're going to get those views. You have 100,000 views in less than a couple weeks. You're going to keep getting views because it is on World Star.
And World Star gets updated like every few hours. that thing is probably back 5 or 6 pages already.
Right.
I mean, that's true because anytime I go to WorldStar, I always like search for the original video because I can't stand seeing it when they put that WorldStar hip hop watermark all over it.
Yeah.
So I tend to look for the original a lot of it, like a majority of the times.
Yeah, I think that's why people can't win the copyright claims because they post their watermarks on top of the video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you win.
Well, you know, my video is not gonna go nowhere. You know, so once that shit hits, you know, the 100th page of WorldStar in a month or so, you know, people gonna be looking for it. You know, my shit will still be up on YouTube, like y'all say. So
yeah.
I'm not, you know,
And I mean, this is probably just the first, and I think you guys, like I said when I shouted you guys up from the start because